Alright guys, welcome back to another video. It's your man Jay, and today I want to talk about my almost 2 months with the Samsung Galaxy Z Fold. Now I think I said it before, this is pretty much a complete device for me, and I don't change my mind on that. I think that this device has been one that's very tough for me to put down, even after buying my iPhone 12 and the Galaxy Note 20 Ultra. All these devices all offer something, but I think this device has been the one that I'm able to stick with. Now, a primary device for me is always going to be probably a Pixel, and this device. Here's my Pixel 4a. Pixel 5 is across the way. I try to always keep a stock Android phone by, because I think the stock Android experience is the best experience you can get on how it should technically be. So how do I use this device? I've really been using this to edit on the go, and my iPad Pro that sits up there, when I need to get some really serious tasks done, that's when I shift to that, meaning I'm going to be editing a very long video, or I just need more canvas, something of that nature, or I want the power, because realistically this isn't as powerful as my iPad Pro 2020 version. That thing is just incredible. So, but if I'm just doing a kind of a quick one and done with just few edits, like putting things together, this is totally capable. And when I say it's not as powerful, I mean, for my usage, when I try to edit things on 4K on both of these, it processes fast on this device. It just does it faster on the iPad Pro. So especially if I have like a long 20-minute 4K video, the iPad Pro really knocks it down. And again, this one does very well as well, but I'm using PowerDirector Pro. That's what I like to edit with, for you guys that always ask. I just feel like this device is a complete device because I can fold it into a regular phone if I need to. I can put it just like this if I need to and get some good freestyle going with one hand. Now, after using this for almost 2 months, I have come up with some disadvantages. Now, I was really hyped about it at the beginning, and I'm still hyped about it now. However, size plays a huge part, which is why I carry something smaller. Now, this is a narrow device when closed, but it's just not a small device. So I had a conversation with someone offline. I was kind of telling them, hey, it was like, you're going to buy the iPad, or you bought the iPhone 12 mini. And I'm like, yeah, they're like, well, that device is going to be too small for you. I'm like, no. My needs are, I have to have a smaller device, especially when I'm trying to move around town fast. Like if I'm trying to get somewhere fast and I'm going to be out for a long time, this in my pocket is annoying. And that is one disadvantage that I found very quickly. Having this in my pocket is super annoying when I have on sportswear or some shorts or something like that. And I just want to move quickly. I don't want to have to lug around a big phone. That is where this is a disadvantage for me. I personally don't like having this big thing in my pocket. It just really weighs it down. It's a very heavy device, and it's just not a good experience when it comes to lugging it around. But again, the great part is that it's very functional and I can use it for things that I need. So I run both my websites from here, and I have no problem doing so. And I just think it's great. It's a fast phone. I keep it on 120 hertz, but the display is just absolutely beautiful. This is one that I just cannot get around. It is a fantastic display, and I just really like it. I think it's a beautiful, beautiful display. But again, that disadvantage is the size of the device. Now, another disadvantage that I ran into, I had a conversation with someone, and they would say, hey, Jay, how do you get around that 720p era? I was like, 720p era? Ultimately, the device wants to start videos on YouTube in 720p sometimes. But the way I told the person, I said, just don't start a video with the device closed. So let me see if I can demo this for you here. I'll get a video up really quickly. I'll grab one of my videos and I'm gonna start it with it closed, and I know that the videos are in 4K. Let's see here. Alright guys, welcome back to another video. So this video is in 4K and it's gonna be in 720p, right? Because the outside display is 720p. So obviously if I open this up, it's not going to show in the 1440p. I believe this is 1080p, but it won't even show there. It's stuck on 720p. So if I close that and then try to open it again, it'll probably only show in 720p, or should bump up to 1080p. See how it's still showing in 720p? That's the thing that people are running into. And yeah, it is extremely frustrating, because in order to get it out like that, I got to go in, I got to close it, I got to close the video, and I got to start it like this, and then it's in 1080p. Or whatever resolution I shot this in, the highest resolutions will appear, which is 1080p. So, you know, that's frustrating, but not to the point to where I'm like, oh gosh, I got to throw in the towel. No, it's totally fine. But I understand. I watch a lot of videos in 1440p. I watch them in the highest resolution I can watch them in. That's the reason I got this high resolution display. So I watch them in the higher resolution, higher resolutions, because that's what I like to do. So unfortunately, yeah, that's a bug, and I didn't experience it and even notice it until someone pointed it out to me, and I was like, dang it, he is right. He's right. He commented in one of my other videos, and hopefully he comments in this video and says, hey Jay, it was me, because obviously I get hundreds of comments a day. So yeah, I can't really keep up too much, but that is an issue, and I think they need to do something about that. But the thing is, if you start a video on it with it closed, it's only going to play in 720p. And because that's what the resolution of the outside screen can handle. But you know, I wish they would do something like upscale to 1080p or whatever, like the iPhones do. No matter what, you can play whatever resolution on those. They just upscale it. But nonetheless, those two things, the bulkiness of it, and this is coming with extended use. This isn't something that's just, you know, these things are now coming to the forefront because, well, you know, I've been using it for almost 2 months now. So those are two things. But you know, again, great display. You know, it's functional. I get all the use out of it. I love being able to use 2 apps at once right here. I love that, man. I think that's just beast mode. So battery life on this thing is absolutely fantastic, man. I can't kill this in a day, and it's strange because I run it at 120 hertz. And let me go into my settings to show you here. It should still be on 120 hertz. I don't take it off of 120 hertz. Screen here. I always lose track of where that is. Is it in here? Nope. Oh, motion. Here we go. Yeah. See, it's on 120 hertz. Get a smoother animation, scrolling, screen refresh, 120 hertz. I leave it there because why? I paid all that money for this phone, and I'm going to use it for the best resolution, even though I know that on some phones that hurts the battery. I got to tell you, on this phone, it does not hurt the battery. That doesn't affect my battery life at all. I get great battery, easily getting a full day, and then also getting easily 7 to 8 hours or more of screen on time. If I'm looking at the screen on time, I don't monitor the screen on time anymore, but when I did monitor it, I was easily getting 7 to 8 with breezing straight through, no problem. So that is something about this device that I really love. The battery is fantastic, even though it's pushing this 120 hertz and this Quad HD display full time. And it's a shame that, you know, unfortunately, another con is that this is a plastic display on top. Well, it's glass, thin sheet of glass with plastic on top. So I don't actually baby this phone. I remember Eric was saying this, I don't baby my phone. And he's right. You don't think about it. If you're just using it, you're not even thinking about those warnings. Like, I'm even running it with no screen protector right now on either screen. And I don't have any scratches. You know, it's not banged up, anything like that on the screen. I got a small dent on the side of my phone. I don't know how, because I never dropped this thing. It just got a dent on it. So let me see here. If I could show you. It's actually right here. Oh, I gotta get some microfiber. Man, this thing is dusty. I got a dent on the side. The screen is still great. I got a dent right here. Don't know how that dent got there. And she said it's because, you know, no case. But I mean, I'm telling you, I've never dropped this thing. And I never dropped it. It's always been good. Maybe it was in my pocket against my keys or something. I don't know. But yeah, I don't know how that dent got there. But it's there, and it doesn't bother me at all. because I don't plan on selling the thing. So people can't say, oh, it's a dent, take off $300. Nope, not gonna happen. Phone still functions, and I'm keeping it. So that the quality of the materials, bumpy camp, seeing as though I've never dropped the phone. I don't know how I got that huge dent in the side. I have no clue. Don't really care at this point because it's there. Can't do anything about it. But the material shows me that since I didn't drop the device and I got a dent like that and I don't know where it came from, might need to upgrade those materials a little bit. I don't know, because I'm not rough on my phones. But either way, the front screen doesn't have any scratches. This inner screen doesn't have any scratches, and the screens still look great. No issues whatsoever on quality. But overall, the things that mean the most to some people is like cameras and things like that. I like to record videos with this device in 5x4 for my Z Fold2 owners, because watching a video in full screen on this thing is absolutely gorgeous, man. Let me see if I can find a video that I did here. Let's see here. I had one on here, a test video that I had done. Did I record this one in 5x4? I did. This is when we were grabbing another vehicle for her. This is the new 2021 Mini Cooper Countryman S. It is freaking fully loaded. There's the other one over there. The older one is over there. That was a 2020 over there, but she moved up to a bigger version and a much faster version and a fully loaded version. He was demonstrating the kick thing because it has that. But I recorded this. Nonetheless, I recorded this in 5x4 because I think these phones, these cameras, this is a great ratio to watch video. And I know some of you guys say, oh, Jay, don't do that. I had one or two people say, oh, don't do that because everyone can't do that, can't watch it like that. I'm like, well, great for you, but I'm going to satisfy some Z Fold owners because we paid a lot of money for these devices. And, hey, it is what it is. So, being able to record in 5x4, I actually really like that. And then if you close it and then you go to full screen, it records in 22:9 or something like that, or 25:9. I think that's pretty cool too, but not too many people can do that, can view it like that. So nonetheless, folks, having this device for almost 2 months, I am freaking floored. I love it. I didn't think I would like this much. And the hard part for me is when I try to use something else and I take my SIM card out and put it into something else, I always go back to it. And that's something that I do with Pixels. So that I like this if I'm ranking this kind of high enough to where it gets my attention like Pixels do. Yeah. But fortunately, I'll be setting this to the side for a little while because I have my iPhone mini 12 mini coming, and as I'm recording this video, it's not here yet. It's actually going to be delivered the next day, tomorrow. Well, later today, because it's actually midnight when I'm recording this video. So it's due today on the 13th, which is the recording of this video. So I'll be taking my SIM card out of here, and I will officially put it into my iPhone 12 mini, and I'll see how long, because I actually have an iPhone 12 as well, so I'll be comparing those. So nonetheless, this is a fire device. Folks, it is off the charts. People cannot deny that this is a great device. I did not like the first version, but they answered so many questions and they checked so many boxes that I had from the first version. I freaking love this thing, man. I love it. Okay, I'm not in love with it, but I like it so much because it gets my work done for me. I opened this thing up. I was buying a car and I opened this thing up, and the lady was floored. She was like, oh my gosh, what is that? And that kind of made me feel like a boss, flex mode. Like a Floss says it, I think he said something like you flexing. This thing, I wasn't even thinking about that. I was trying to get some information to do some DocuSigns. And she was like, oh my gosh. Her exact words, I quote, all I have is this iPhone. And I really felt like a boss then. I was like, yeah, Apple's not doing that. But what I replied with was, maybe Apple will make a folding phone one day. Anyway, it's your man Jay. Hope you guys enjoyed. I will see you guys in the next video. This is officially still a complete device for me. A lot of you guys said, oh, it doesn't have an IP rating, it doesn't have this, I don't have that. It's not a complete device for you, but this device checks nearly every box for something that I would want in a smartphone. I'll see you in the next video. Take care.